The channel. I thought I would do a quick video on NIO Inc. I'm going to do a quick stock forecast because I believe it would be a travesty not to make you guys aware of this particular stock. I believe this has the potential to be a massive growth stock for the next few years, potentially for a decade. So let me just do a quick update on NIO. So for those of you that are not aware, NIO is an electric vehicle company that's based in Shanghai, China. Now, NIO is actually a publicly listed company on the New York Stock Exchange, so you can still actually buy shares in this company if you have access to the New York Stock Exchange, which is good news. And this company is only 6 years old, right? So it launched in 2014 and it IPO'd in 2018. And as you can see, price pretty much started to take off from 2020, and we saw an over just over 3,000%, just over 3,000% growth in 2020, which is absolutely incredible in terms of in terms of growth, right? If you were holding this stock since 2018, then congratulations to you. You've made a tremendous return, and the reason why we're seeing this overall growth is mainly because the EV industry is definitely starting to pick up. We're starting to see this across the board. So I'll give you an example. China has actually become the fastest and largest growing EV market in the world, right? The UK, in the UK, for example, where I'm from, the EV market grew by 21% in 2019 alone, making it one of the best years for electric vehicles ever. So we're seeing a trend here. We're already in Tesla stock, right? Tesla, we're up over 800% on that. That is also doing extremely well. So not only are these good companies, but they're also in line with the overall trend. So it's almost like a race of who's going to dominate the market for the years to come. We believe that NIO does have the potential to do that, especially in China, where it's obviously based, right? We have Tesla. They also do supply the Chinese market, but we mainly expect them to see their overall growth and sales in America, maybe in Europe, United Kingdom. Yes, they're also gonna, will obviously doing quite well in China as it is, but we also need to hedge our bets, right? We also want to bet on a company that we believe can compete with Tesla, right? And the company that really catches my eye at the moment is NIO Inc. Now, with that being said, guys, remember nothing you see in this video is financial advice, so make sure to always do your own research. Now, just getting into it, so we've established that China has become the fastest and largest growing EV market for electric vehicles. We are already in Tesla, and we're looking for another company, which is NIO. So we're already in this. So let's talk about overall growth. So it's already rallied 3,000% in 2020. Now you may be saying to yourself, we've completely missed this, right? We've missed the trend. That's it. Let's move on, or let's just find another company. Now, guys, you have to remember this is only 6 years old. It's extremely young, right? Almost half in terms of age wise, it's almost half that of Tesla. So this has a lot of room for growth. And just to break down the sales so far, to put things into perspective before I talk about its battery swapping technology and whatnot, its sales in 2016 was zero, right? So obviously it launched zero. In 2016, it increased by six. In 2018, it went up by 8,000 car sales. In 2019, which was its biggest year, so this is just showing you a rough idea of the overall trend, was 29,000 NIO car sales. In 2020, obviously sales did drop, obviously mainly due to the COVID pandemic, but even in spite of that, they sold 14,000 electric vehicles, which is almost double that of 2018, which is great, especially considering is a pandemic. So total car sales of NIO so far, as of June 2020, are 51,000. 51,000 car sales, right? And we're at the early stages of the EV revolution. So we can only expect things to trend to the upside. And that's why we're betting big on this now. We want to plant our seeds early and then just let it trend and enjoy our growth throughout the decade. We do not even mind if this goes all the way back down and starts a rally for another few years, as long as we understand the risks and can assess, risk assessment and understand the overall trends of this market, then obviously we don't mind. It's already proven that it can explode 3,000% in 1 year, in spite of a pandemic as well. So that says it all. And remember, they actually serve not only China, but they serve Germany, Hong Kong, the United Kingdom, and the United States as well. Now, we do expect most of their growth to be in China, but we do expect, growth in the UK, in Hong Kong, of course, and the United States. But we are betting mainly on their car increase sales to increase in China. That's where we're mainly betting on NIO succeeding. And not only that, they are quite unique. They do have their battery swapping technology, which is obviously completely different to Tesla, where Tesla essentially relies on a supercharged network. But instead, NIO has built a functioning network of 131 battery swap stations that covers over 1,000 kilometers in the Chinese expressways. So again, very different as well. How the battery swapping will work out long term, we're gonna have to see. But it does look like it's working for them so far. So as long as it works and they're continuing to, it's working basically, then we're completely fine with that. And they've built 143 battery swap stations now across 64 cities in China, and they've completed over 800,000 battery swaps for customers. Um, and the good news is it's efficient, right? The battery swap stations have reported a swapping time of 5 minutes. So I don't know if you've ever tried to charge an electric car before, but this seems a lot more efficient than sitting there and waiting for your car to charge. So yeah, so as you can see, those are the similar. We have similarities, and we also have huge differences as well. So let me get into the current price. So the current price is currently at $57 per share. We believe that this will close above 120 $120 per share by the end of 2020. And I'm going to just put that in now. Let's just map that in now so you guys can see that. So my prediction is $120 price close by the end of 2021, sorry. And as you can see, that's an increase of 110%. Now you're 100%. Now you're probably thinking, well, but we rallied over 3,000% last year. Will we not see another 3,000%? To be honest with you, that's not how I'm looking at this. I don't think we're going to see another 3,000% move this year. I believe that we will definitely double in value. But the 300 price going beyond this level, closing beyond this level, I don't see that at the moment, and I just believe $120 per share is a fair valuation for this particular company, especially when we factor in the overall growth of the electric vehicle sector. When we factor in that China is the fastest and largest growing, EV industry. When we factor in all these different things, then it is a fair valuation. Some of you may be nodding your head at the moment, but at the end of the day, we can ignore reality, but we cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. So waiting for this to go all the way back to $5 per share or $30 per share is, I mean, if you believe in the industry long term, then it would make sense to position yourself now. And of course, that's subject to yourself. Always do your own research. But yeah, that's just our own opinion. So that's our forecast for NIO Inc. And guys, obviously, I didn't have time to get into the hardcore specifics of NIO. I just wanted to keep it simple, go over their overall growth. So their sales, which you can clearly see are increasing over time, and the overall growth of the EV industry itself. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and as always, seize the day.